remember the moment it hit me. I had to stop hoping things would get better on their own. If I wanted change, I was the one who had to make it happen. And that scared me, because that meant I had to face everything, the doubts, the mistakes, the hard work. But I also knew it was the only way forward. So I locked in. I stopped blaming, stopped waiting, and stopped hoping for a rescue. I changed my mindset. I changed what I watched, who I spent time with, what I let into my head. I got obsessed with becoming better. Not perfect, just better. I worked harder than I ever had. Late nights, rewriting, refining, learning, cutting out distractions and noise, putting myself into a place where I could create. I remember the exact moment it started. It was a cold fall evening, dark outside. The kind of quiet that makes you feel like the world is holding its breath. I was tucked away at my desk, the soft glow of my laptop lighting up the room as I finished my work. The chill from the window brushed against the curtains, reminding me the season was changing. Then, my husband walked in quietly, his phone in his hand, eyes steady. He didn't say much. He just pressed play on a video, a motivational video. Words filled with fire and truth, a message that cut through the silence and landed right where I needed it most. It wasn't the first time he'd shared something like that with me, but that night, that message felt like it was meant only for me. I kept quiet, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. Later, I finished work and went into the kitchen to make my family a meal. I remember him standing in the hallway, and suddenly I turned away and said, "What can I do with this video you showed me? How can I use it to improve myself?" He looked at me and said, "You have it all. You don't need to do anything more. Just put it on paper." That's when I started writing. That's when I began putting together my book. I refined every choice, every phrase. I wrote, rewrote, deleted, rewrote again and again. Every sentence mattered. Every chapter had to mean something. I poured myself into those revisions, not just as a writer, but as someone building something with intention, clarity, and purpose. And after months of sweat and second guessing, I reached the final stage, editing. I remember the day the final revision came through. I stared at the email, heart pounding, hit accept on the last revision, and watched the pages print, slowly, one by one. Holding that book in my hands felt like holding my own child, fragile, fierce, and full of hope. That moment was everything. All the lonely nights, all the doubt, all the grind. Worth it. But I didn't stop there. I put in the endless hours to turn that book into a course that I could teach anywhere in the world, helping others build teams that don't just work but thrive. I stepped away from everything and everyone, focused all my energy on creating something real, something that works, because I knew building high-performing teams isn't just about tactics, it's about mindset, alignment, and trust. It's about people, and now I get to help others unlock that power. I couldn't have done this if I stayed stuck in the same mindset, if my days were about chasing the usual goals, the brand names, the cars, the glamour. That wasn't what success meant to me. My success was walking the path of a focused entrepreneur, being laser-focused and disciplined every single day, knowing that every small step brought me closer to something bigger. After all that hard work, the validation came. My book was picked up, read, and it resonated. People used it. It worked. My course was being taught, practiced, and making a difference. I felt the euphoria, that deep, unshakable feeling of success. But it doesn't stop here. With this peace of mind, this foundation, I'm ready to strive for more. To reach new levels, new heights, and new impacts. Because success isn't a destination, it's a journey. And I'm just getting started.
Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head.